Hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2015, or 15 as it's known, and of course, welcome back to the channel. So first off, my apologies that there was no video yesterday. It is a fine and wonderful thing to live on the west coast of this fine country. However, every once in a while that big Pacific Ocean decides it just wants to scrub this little town right off the map. And last night was a prime example. The power was out most of the night because we had, well, if you don't live where you can get coastal storms, we had winds that you've probably never seen before, put it that way. Yeah, it was an exciting night. Anything that was not nailed down is no longer in your possession because it'll be somewhere down the road. But at any rate, there you are. That's why I couldn't get a video out. I did start loading it, and as the night progressed, the weather got worse and worse until finally our poor old hydro system couldn't handle it, and it decided to shut down for a little while, which of course killed my video. So I log in this morning to find out Farming Simulator has a major patch. And I do mean a major patch. One other thing you'll notice, look, there is a coin. Aha. Remember I told you the coins were sort of appearing and then disappearing and appearing? Yeah. Apparently they're back. So, there we are. We have 2 of 100. Yeah, I actually found one earlier. Back to Farm Sim and her changes. They are considerable. There's a little bit of visual stuff has been done here and there. Oh, looky. There's a little bit of performance stuff has been done here and there. The vehicles themselves apparently have had a slight graphical improvement, although I thought they kind of looked pretty brilliant at this point, but there you go. But where it really comes through, and I'm going to explain this before I tell you the next stage, where it really comes through is what they've done with money. Because I think all of us pretty much discovered that, like it or not, this version, boy, you could get rich in a hurry. Like, I mean, as you guys saw, you know, you want new toys or you want something, it does not take you long to come up with it. Not long at all. They've changed that. I believe they even referred to the returns of time bonus on the missions as ridiculous or exuberant or something along those lines, where they realized that, okay, maybe giving you a $250,000 bonus for being quick with your time for $12,000 worth of crop is a little extreme. And I gotta agree, it was a lot extreme. The other thing they've done, and this is kind of cool because there used to be a mod for this, it might even be back out there, I'm not sure. But the other thing they have done is they've changed a little bit with the hired workers. Hired workers use stuff. Yeah, they not only cost you money to drive your vehicle or whatever else you've got them doing, but they do actually use seeds, fertilizer, fuel. Yeah. So that adds a whole new thing too, because basically you filled all your gear up once, handed it to your hired workers, and never ever had to pay the high price for water and gas and seed and all of that stuff again. Very, very cool. I think, myself personally, I think it's an awesome addition, because you could basically reach a point in the game where it didn't matter if you made money or not, you were self-sufficient. And I don't mean self-sufficient to the point that you know, you weren't going to go into the red, but self-sufficient to the point where money was pretty much meaningless, you know. So yeah, there's been a lot of changes. So I got the update, got the patch, did all that, good for me. And I also noticed while I was waiting for it to download, I thought, well, let's go and see if there's any really, really cool new maps. Maybe I can do a little bit of a review or something. And I noticed that all of the ROS stuff has also been updated. A bunch of changes, and needed changes, might I add. I.e. the warehouse has been fixed. A bunch of other stuff, like far more than we'd actually gotten into at this point, has been changed, that we might as well just look at it as we go along. So, bottom line, guys, what I've done, and I hope nobody's too terribly disappointed at this, I've reset the map. We are starting from ground zero. The only advantage we have at this point is I have seeded this field with corn. So, we have no crops other than what we start with, and although I have placed the warehouse this time, it did not erase my crops, so I guess he has fixed it. So we have no crops, no straw, no silage, none of that. I will be starting all of that, as I say, from scratch. So, yeah. I haven't noticed a whole bunch of detailed difference on the vehicles. I mean, it may well be. Probably one of the reasons I haven't noticed it because I've actually changed my graphics settings a little bit since the update 2. So, I mean, they still look really crisp and clear. So, I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I'm not going to be able to get this guy out of here, am I? No. Unfortunately. Because that is the first unit I need. And that's okay. We have these things called tractors, and they'll make quick work of moving stuff about. I guess I'm going to have to find... Does anybody know offhand, with the driving mod, what the control is for locking differentials, etc., four-wheel drive, all of that? See, because it used to be U. If you had four-wheel drive, that would lock it. But I think that might have been the more realistic one. But it seems to me that there is a way you can, lock transaxles and do all of that happy stuff. So I don't really know where I'm going to move this, and I didn't really want to be moving gear around in this episode. I just wanted to get the harvester where it needed to be. However, yeah. It would take a far more skilled worker than I. Apparently there were some vehicle handling issues that have been taken care of. Now, I noticed that the vehicles handled a little weird. They seem to be, for something that's got treads as deep as you see on these tractors, you seem to be able to, you see that? Just wheel spin these suckers like crazy. See how much spin there is before it picks up speed? And of course that really reflected when you wanted to do things like turns. Now the turning seems to have possibly been fixed up a bit, which I hope so. But there we go. Get this guy gone, and we should have enough for him to actually be of some use. This is again that modded chipper one with the longer bed. And as you can tell, it's way too heavy for this little deer. Way too heavy, man. Kind of stick out a fair bit too, don't it? Yeah. Alright, now we should be able to get that harvester out of there, I would think. Yeah, I suppose we can pull this out of here while we're sitting in the way anyways. Oh. I did not notice that. Huh. there's a bale spike sitting there. Alrighty then. Alright. Let's quit playing around with moving gear. Slap ahead on this thing, start getting some farming done. So yeah, I was quite surprised when I went to seed that field and noticed that in fact my seed was going down. Now it did not take a lot, granted. I believe sowing that big field above the farm here, that guy up there, was we went from 100% of seed to I believe 87. So yeah, gonna clear that. Yes, we are. Trying to get through here without hanging on the fence or the bank. Beautiful. Because we do have our 2 little fields down here to harvest. I don't have quite as much gear as we got on the first time around, too. I want to see how this this works out with not being able to get near as much money as quickly. They changed a lot. Oh, excuse me. Swallowed me coffee down the wrong pipe, I think. They changed a lot with the forestry. A lot of the handling aspects. They improved the chipper. They did, again, a lot to do with the money. Especially for people that like to just cut the trees down and then, you know, drag the logs with everything involved down to the water or down to the sell point and flog them off that way. Yeah, if you don't delimb the trees, they ain't going to be worth diddly poo. So there you are. Yeah, they've changed the entire pricing system, more or less, for forestry, which is cool. Again, good on them. Hard, easy, and normal mode in this game, let's face it, are pretty synthetic. You know, with the whole, oh, a little more bank loan, a little less of this, and these sort of things. So yeah, I can really appreciate the fact that they've decided to, well, I guess it would be the opposite of dumbing the game down. They've actually added a little bit more of a layer of difficulty. Because you're not going to suddenly just generate billions of dollars. And you, sir, you'll notice we don't have the big super duper pricey wacy Ponzi's and stuff right off the block too. Okay, I get a feeling that's leaning against that back wall. So when I log back in, it may well be anywhere. And I do mean anywhere. So, what else? Okay, that guy's busy. Actually, do you have a snout weight? You do not. I think we want to put a snout weight on you, sir. So let's do so. One of the things they changed, although, again, this is a mod, so you're probably not going to notice it, but on the stock vehicles, you certainly do notice it. When you let go of the throttle, it takes quite a while to come to a stop. It's almost... They almost tweaked it closer to the way the MR one worked. Alright, thankfully they don't have the horrifying under and oversteer that you ran into with MR. You get that here just because there doesn't seem to be decent traction. But, there we go. Yeah, see your vehicles when you got a plan for it, like get ready to actually step on the brakes, or if you're in shuttle mode, well, it's going to be even more difficult than it was. Now, I want to see, okay, you'll see we are at 3,100%. So let's hire up a worker. There you go. Our hired worker is also using fertilizer. So, very, very cool, and you know what? Good on you, Giants. Freaking good on you. I love it. That's awesome. And you'll notice he's still eating money, right? So, and we've got 2 of them working, so they are eating a dollar or 2. So I put our orchard back in. We have the, I managed to get 2 rows of each type of tree in this time, although the orange trees, for some reason, it seems you have to space them a little further apart. I put down the pump, and so we are getting water. As you can see, the trailer is now spring water, 2,300 liters. I think it maxes out at like 35,000 or something. And if we head down here, and I don't really recommend you take a tractor down here. I suppose we could have taken this guy down. Just a mod I picked up because I thought it looked kind of different. Especially when you climb inside. Check that out. So yeah, I didn't think much of the truck that came with the game, to be honest with you. So here we go. Now we got something that runs. Woohoo! She's still about as slippery as that other one. But I'll take you down, and I like that. You get the tack, and oh, by the way, this thing really moves. I think it does like 90. So, freaky amounts of speed. But it's a pretty cool little truck. Whoa! Oh, man. That was like an e-brake turn, except it's got no e-brake. Alright, so let's come to a stop. Actually, let's park off the road in case any AI traffic wants to waddle through. So this is much more like what Giants referred to. I actually have to lean on, so there it is, kind of a bizarre looking thing in it. Kind of have to lean on the old brakes there when you want to come to a stop. So here's our warehouse. Yeah. You can actually store the fruits now. Huh. Apparently you can't actually get in there. But that's alright, yeah. So this is the warehouse. It's actually in place this time. And it did not reset my food. And I have placed the factory, the juice factory, beside it. So here you go. He's also weird, but no, I don't mean he's weird. It's sort of weird. He added carrots and apples, I believe, to the juice thing, but have not yet added carrots and apples. So yeah, the juice factory will take carrots and apples, but you can't actually make them yet. I don't know. There'll be an update in the future. And here I've set our stalls. So there you go. Like I said, we weren't that far in, you know, not really that far into the game. So, and this shouldn't be too serious. The only thing I really actually do regret not having is the silage. Because that does take a while, man. You know? And getting that back ain't gonna be all that quick. We gotta grow that corn, then I gotta go cutting it again. See, I know this thing's got 4-wheel drive and locking diffs, but I don't know how to engage them. And at 90 mile an hour, you might want to. Boom. Dang, this thing's quick. I love it. And hard brake in a turn. We gonna have some fun. Ah, man. I don't realize this is how I actually drive my Jeep off-road. Well, when I still had it, I had to, sell my truck a while back. She was needing a few repairs, and I was starting to be a little nervous when I had to do any sort of fancy braking and stuff, because every once in a while my leg would give out completely. So I figured before I slam into somebody and kill them, I just get the hell off the road, you know. So, but anyway, guys, like I said, you can see we're down to 43% of our fertilizer. So, and he's just doing his last strip. So, quite a big change. And like I said, I'm really happy with it. I think that is just so cool. So yeah, he's going to use up more than half of what's in there. Huh. Very cool. There you go, guys. This has been our first look at, well, I guess it's not really a first look at too much, is it? Even though it is a brand new and fresh map. I guess I'm going to need a trailer to empty out that guy, because he is full. So, what are we going to use? I think I had something sitting over here, didn't I? I got to move those. Somebody's going to trip over them, I tell you. Yeah, this guy, it's so hard to tell what he'll actually accept for a trailer. But, hey, folks, sorry about that. Had a knock on the door. Building manager letting us know we gotta go up on the roof in a little bit here and make sure that no great big branches have bashed out any of the greens or any of that happy stuff. So, it's always something, I tell you. Like I said, it was just a massive storm. And apparently we got another one coming down tonight. So, eek. We're going to get up there and have a look, make sure everything's clear, because we have a lot of really, really big trees around the property. And storms like last night, anything that isn't nailed on tight, like I said, is no longer where it used to be. And that includes some fairly hefty tree branches. So, alright. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. You will pick this up. Nice. I'm going to go empty the harvester and get those sort of things done. So, till next time, this has been Species 7. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a comment, leave a like. It helps my channel out more than you could believe. And other than that, well, as usual, take care of each other, folks. Ciao for now.